Welcome, dear traveler, to the Amazon River, a living, breathing entity at the heart of our planet. Its journey begins high in the Andes, carving through emerald rainforests, nourishing a world teeming with life. Join us as we listen to the call of the river sea and marvel at its wonders. The Amazon River is the lifeblood of the world's largest rainforest, a realm of staggering complexity and beauty. Here, jaguars stalk the banks, pink river dolphins glide through ancient waters, and giant anacondas lie in wait. Each year, the river floods, creating the Varzea, where fish swim among trees and life flourishes in endless variety. This is a world within a world, teeming with secrets and wonder. For thousands of years, the Amazon has been home to people who live in deep, spiritual harmony with its rhythms. Indigenous tribes like the Yanomami, the Kayapo, and the Ticuna have built their societies around the river, understanding its moods and respecting its power. They do not see the river as a resource to be exploited, but as a sacred entity, a giver of life, and a spiritual guide. They call it by many names, often translating to the Great River or the River Sea, a recognition of its central place in their cosmos. Their survival has always depended on an intimate knowledge of the forest and the water, a wisdom passed down through countless generations. These cultures have developed a way of life that is perfectly attuned to the river's cycles. They fish in its waters, using techniques honed over centuries. They cultivate gardens in the fertile soil left behind by the annual floods. They build their homes on stilts to rise above the seasonal waters. Their spiritual beliefs are woven into the fabric of the natural world, with every plant, animal, and feature of the landscape holding a deep significance. The river is their highway, their supermarket, and their temple. It is the source of their food, their medicine, and their stories, connecting them to their ancestors and to the very pulse of the earth. However, this ancient way of life, and the river that sustains it, now faces grave threats. The modern world is encroaching, bringing with it forces that are alien to the Amazon's delicate balance. Deforestation, driven by cattle ranching, agriculture, and logging, is clearing the forest at an alarming rate. It is said that an area the size of several football fields disappears every single minute. This destruction not only threatens the countless species that live in the forest, but also disrupts the intricate water cycle that feeds the river itself, with potentially devastating consequences for the entire continent and the global climate. The scars of industry are spreading deeper into the jungle. Mining operations, both legal and illegal, poison the river's tributaries with mercury and other toxic chemicals, contaminating the water and the food chain. The construction of massive hydroelectric dams fragments the river's flow, blocking the migratory paths of fish and altering the natural flood pulse that the ecosystem depends upon. The ever-present threat of climate change looms over it all, promising more extreme droughts and floods. The river is immensely powerful and resilient, but it is not invincible. The pulse of the planet is weakening under this relentless pressure. So, despite the encroaching shadows, there is still hope. In the heart of the Amazon, nature adapts and heals, animals return, and life persists. The Amazon invites us to be quiet, to be present, and to listen to its wisdom. In its reflection, may you find your own stillness and connection to the great, wild world. High in the cold Andes, the Amazon River is born, not as a torrent, but as a silent trickle from melting glaciers. Here, the river's journey begins, gathering strength as it carves through rocky slopes and cloud forests. Countless drops unite, forming a powerful current, proof that even the mightiest rivers start small. As the Amazon leaves the Andes, it widens and slows, gathering power from over 1,000 tributaries. Giants like the Madeira and Rio Negro join, each bringing unique waters and life. This vast network is the engine of the Amazon, connecting mountains to plains and fueling incredible biodiversity. The Amazon's journey is defined by a powerful annual rhythm, a great seasonal flood that transforms the landscape. Driven by heavy rains, the river swells, overflowing its banks and creating vast wetlands called the Várzea. This flood brings rich silt, renews the land, and supports a burst of life, making the Amazon one of the world's most dynamic and fertile ecosystems. The Amazon's scale is almost beyond comprehension. It gathers waters from 1,000 tributaries, becoming a vast river sea, sometimes over 25 miles wide, more than the next 7 largest rivers combined. Its current shapes continents, creates its own weather, and nourishes life across South America. In the middle of this river, you feel both humbled and deeply connected to nature's raw power. After a 4,000-mile journey, the Amazon River meets the Atlantic Ocean, creating a vast, ever-changing delta. Here, freshwater and saltwater collide, forming the dramatic Pororoca wave and a unique brackish ecosystem. The river's nutrients fuel life far beyond its mouth, reminding us that all journeys and all life are connected in a single, continuous flow. Beneath the Amazon's murky waters swims the pink river dolphin, a creature of myth and legend. With a flexible neck and mystical pink hue, the boto is perfectly adapted to its flooded forest home. For Amazonian people, the dolphin is a spiritual being, a guardian of the river. Protecting the boto means protecting the ancient, life-giving waters it calls home. Along the muddy banks of the Amazon, a supreme predator moves with silent grace. This is the jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas, king of the rainforest and master of water. Equally at home in water and forest, the jaguar is a true amphibious hunter, thriving in the ever-changing Amazon landscape. But as forests shrink, the jaguar faces new dangers. Protecting this ghost of the forest means saving the Amazon itself. In the slow-moving backwaters, swamps, and oxbow lakes of the Amazon basin, silent giants lurk. The green anaconda, one of the world's largest and heaviest snakes, is a creature of immense power and patience. Reaching lengths of over 20 feet and weighing hundreds of pounds, this semi-aquatic constrictor is a formidable ambush predator. Its eyes and nostrils are positioned on top of its head, allowing it to remain almost completely submerged while it waits for prey. It is a master of stillness, blending perfectly with the murky water and floating vegetation, waiting for an unsuspecting capybara, caiman, or deer to come within striking distance. The anaconda is a creature built for the water. It is more graceful and mobile in its aquatic environment than it is on land. Its immense muscular body allows it to move silently through the water and to overpower even the strongest of prey, coiling its body around its victim and constricting until life is extinguished. This snake embodies the raw, primal power of the Amazon. It is a symbol of the untamed wilderness, a reminder that even in the most placid-looking waters, incredible strength can lie hidden just beneath the surface. A testament to the potent and often unseen forces that govern this realm of life. In these same quiet waters lives another, far more gentle giant, the Amazonian manatee. This large, slow-moving aquatic mammal is the polar opposite of the anaconda. It is a peaceful herbivore, spending its days grazing on water hyacinths and other aquatic plants. Like the pink river dolphin, it is one of the few cetacean species to live exclusively in fresh water. With its wrinkled gray skin, paddle-like flippers, and gentle disposition, the manatee is a serene and calming presence. It plays an important role in the ecosystem by controlling the growth of aquatic vegetation, helping to keep waterways clear and navigable for other animals. Unfortunately, this docile giant has long been vulnerable to human pressures. Historically, it was hunted extensively for its meat and hide, which pushed its population to dangerously low levels. Today, while hunting has decreased, the Amazonian manatee still faces significant threats. Habitat degradation, pollution from agricultural runoff and mining, and accidental collisions with motorboats all endanger its survival. The fate of these two very different giants, the powerful predator and the peaceful grazer, is intertwined. Both depend on the health and stability of the Amazon's quiet backwaters, highlighting the delicate balance that sustains all life within this vast aquatic kingdom. When the great annual flood arrives, the Amazon rainforest undergoes a profound transformation. The ground disappears beneath a vast sheet of water, and the boundary between the river and the forest dissolves. For months, a new world is created, an aquatic realm where the forest canopy becomes the new ground floor. For the creatures that live in the trees, this is a time of both opportunity and challenge. Monkeys, such as squirrel monkeys and capuchins, find themselves living on islands of foliage, their movements restricted. They must adapt their foraging strategies, relying on the fruits, leaves, and insects available in their treetop world, their calls echoing over the silent, brown water below. This flooded forest, or becomes a unique habitat where aquatic and arboreal life meet in surprising ways. Fish, which normally swim in the river's main channel, now migrate into the forest. Species like the massive tambaqui have evolved a special relationship with the trees. They use their powerful, molar-like teeth to crush the hard-shelled nuts and seeds that fall into the water from the overhanging canopy. In doing so, these fish become crucial agents of seed dispersal, carrying seeds far from the parent tree and helping to propagate the forest. This incredible interaction is a perfect example of the intricate, co-evolved relationships that define the Amazon. Life in the canopy must adapt to this watery world below. Many birds, like the hoatzin, a bizarre, pheasant-sized bird, sometimes called the stink bird for its manure-like odor, thrive in this environment. Hoatzin chicks are born with claws on their wings, allowing them to climb through the branches and, if threatened, to drop into the water to escape predators before climbing back up to the safety of their nest. Sloths, the epitome of slow living, continue their unhurried existence, seemingly unfazed by the water below, munching on leaves in the high branches. The flood reshapes the very dynamics of the forest, forcing its inhabitants into new patterns of survival. This seasonal inundation underscores the absolute centrality of the river to all life in the Amazon. It is not merely a feature of the landscape, but the very architect of it, dictating the terms of existence for every living thing. The flooded canopy is a temporary ecosystem, but its influence is permanent, shaping the evolution and behavior of countless species. It is a world turned upside down, a beautiful and surreal environment that showcases nature's incredible ability to adapt and create complex, interconnected systems. To witness the forest floor become a waterway is to understand the deep, rhythmic pulse that drives this entire realm of life. While the Amazon is famous for its large, charismatic animals, the true foundation of its biodiversity lies in a world that is much smaller and often overlooked. This is the realm of insects, amphibians, and fish, a universe of smaller wonders that constitutes the vast majority of life here. The Amazon basin is believed to be home to over 2.5 million species of insects, a staggering number that represents a significant portion of all known life on Earth. From the iridescent blue morpho butterflies that flutter like living jewels through the understory to the vast, complex societies of army ants that march across the forest floor, these small creatures are the engineers of the ecosystem. The air, especially at dusk, is filled with the chorus of countless frogs and other amphibians. The Amazon is the world's epicenter of amphibian diversity, with thousands of species, many of which are still being discovered. Perhaps the most famous are the poison dart frogs, whose brilliant, vibrant colors, electric blues, fiery reds, and vivid yellows, serve as a stark warning to predators. Their skin secretes potent toxins, a powerful defense mechanism developed in the evolutionary arms race of the rainforest. These tiny, jewel-like creatures are highly sensitive to environmental changes, making them crucial indicators of the forest's health. Beneath the river's surface lies another world of incredible diversity. The Amazon River and its tributaries are home to more species of freshwater fish than any other river system on the planet, an estimated 3,000 species and counting. They range from the tiny, colorful tetras that are popular in aquariums worldwide to the fearsome piranhas, whose reputation often overshadows their vital role as ecosystem scavengers. Here, too, swims the arapaima, one of the world's largest freshwater fish, an air-breathing giant that can grow up to 10 feet long. This ichthyological richness is a direct result of the basin's complex network of different water types and habitats. This unseen majority, the insects that pollinate the flowers, the frogs that control insect populations, and the fish that sustain the food web, forms the bedrock of the entire Amazonian ecosystem. Their collective biomass and their countless interactions are what make the forest and the river function. Without them, the jaguars, dolphins, and monkeys could not survive. To truly appreciate the Amazon is to look beyond the obvious and marvel at this intricate web of smaller lives. It is a reminder that in nature, the greatest wonders are often found not in the giants, but in the immense, interconnected tapestry of the small. So, for millennia, the people of the river, indigenous groups like the Yanomami, Kayapo, Ashaninka, and Tikuna have called the Amazon home. Their bond with the river is ancient, woven over generations, shaping their lives and culture. The river is their highway, provider, and spiritual ancestor, a constant presence, sustaining and connecting all. The Amazon was once thought untouched by humans, but for thousands of years, indigenous peoples have shaped and enriched this forest, creating a legacy of harmony. Their careful stewardship turned wild landscapes into thriving gardens, blending nature and culture. This ancient wisdom offers vital lessons for a sustainable future, where people and the earth thrive together. For the people of the river, the physical and spiritual worlds are woven together. The Amazon River is alive with spirits. Every bend, pool, and rock has its own story. Shamans guide their communities using rituals and sacred plants to connect with the spirits, heal, and maintain balance. Stories passed down by elders teach respect for nature and connect each generation to the river and their ancestors. The people of the river face their greatest threat as the outside world encroaches, destroying their home and way of life. They stand on the front lines, risking everything to defend their ancestral lands. Blending ancient wisdom with modern tools, they fight for their future and for the Amazon itself. The Amazon faces a relentless tide of deforestation, vast swathes of rainforest cleared for cattle and soy, releasing carbon and breaking the vital water cycle. As the forest vanishes, countless species lose their homes, and the land degrades into dry savanna. From above, the scars of destruction are stark, a wound on the planet, pushing ever deeper into the heart of this irreplaceable ecosystem. If deforestation is the most visible wound on the Amazon, pollution is the poison in its veins. Illegal gold mining scars the land, turning pristine rainforest into toxic wastelands and releasing mercury into rivers. Mercury builds up in fish, poisoning wildlife and local communities who depend on the river for food. Industrial pollution and agricultural runoff add to the toxic burden, threatening the Amazon's future. Hydroelectric dams promise clean energy, but their impact on the Amazon is devastating. Vast reservoirs flood rainforests, releasing greenhouse gases and displacing communities. Dams block nutrient-rich sediments, crippling floodplain fertility and fragmenting habitats. Migratory fish, like the giant catfish, can no longer reach spawning grounds, collapsing populations and local fisheries. Each new dam further disrupts the river's natural flow, breaking apart the Amazon's interconnected ecosystem. The true cost of these dams is the unraveling of a wild, vital system, one whose loss we are only beginning to grasp. The Amazon and the global climate are deeply intertwined, but climate change is pushing the forest to its limits. Droughts are more frequent and severe, drying rivers, killing wildlife, and fueling wildfires that release even more carbon. The once predictable seasons are now erratic, disrupting the life cycles of countless species. Scientists warn of a tipping point. If deforestation and warming continue, vast areas could become savanna, unleashing catastrophic carbon emissions. The Amazon's health is a warning. Its stability is essential for the planet's future. The fevered forest reminds us our fate is tied to its survival. The Amazon's crisis is also a human one. Indigenous cultures are under siege. Deforestation and pollution destroy not just land, but the foundation of entire ways of life. Communities face violence, displacement, and the erosion of ancient knowledge as outside forces invade. As young people leave, languages and traditions fade, risking cultural extinction. These cultures hold vital wisdom about living in balance with nature, wisdom the world desperately needs. Protecting the Amazon means honoring its original guardians and their right to thrive. Despite immense pressures, the Amazon's resilience is extraordinary. Life returns to burned clearings. Pioneer plants and animals reclaim damaged ground. Seasonal floods renew the land, and untouched areas serve as reservoirs for regrowth. Every seed, every returning animal, is a testament to nature's will to heal. The forest's recovery is slow but steady, a reminder that damage can be reversed if given a chance. The Amazon's tenacity is a call to action. Protect, restore, and partner with nature for our shared future. The Amazon's flow teaches a different kind of power. Quiet, persistent, and transformative. Its strength lies in unity. Countless streams joining to form a mighty river, a metaphor for interconnectedness. The river's steady movement shapes continents, sustains life, and reminds us that small actions, together, create great change. In its constant motion, the river teaches us to let go, to adapt, and to find peace in the present. The Amazon invites us to slow down, listen, and reconnect with the rhythms of the natural world. Its wisdom is simple yet profound: patience, connection, and surrender to the flow. The Amazon River is more than a natural wonder. It's a mirror, reflecting the best and worst of humanity. In its shimmering surface, we see our wonder, our greed, our choices. The river asks, who do we want to be? Its future is unwritten, and we all hold the pen. To look into the Amazon is to look into ourselves. Our journey along the Amazon River draws to a close. From glacial origins in the Andes to its union with the Atlantic, we've witnessed its vastness, its life, and its challenges. The Amazon's strength, serenity, and flow can inspire us. Let its spirit guide us, reminding us that unity and resilience create hope and renewal. The Amazon River offers not an ending, but an enduring invitation to stay curious, connected, and to protect the wild places of our world. Its beauty is fragile, its threats real, and our choices send ripples that shape its future. May we flow together, creating hope and positive change for generations to come.